Okay, it's time for a quick follow-up video. Remember I mentioned these APC props, or the APC clone props I got, in this case from Hobby King, and I said that the spacers didn't fit. Well, people said, oh no, you got the wrong spacers, you confused it, you know, it was all rubbish and bullshit. Well, here you go. This is an unopened pack of these props from Hobby King. See, it hasn't been opened, and nothing coming out. So I'm going to open this up now, as you can see, and we'll just check with a completely new set of these props, do the spacers fit? So here we go, here's the spacers in their little bag. So I'll take the spacer out. As you can see now, people commented on the different colour in that last spacer. Well, some of these have had brown, tan spacers, and some of them have had these grey ones. Now look at the moulding, look at the quality of the moulding on these. It's just really rubbish. But what I'm going to do, obviously, you know, this flashing has to be taken off. I'll take this one here, which I think is the one I want, and I'm going to clear off the little bit of the flashing on here. Now I'm not going to change the size of the space, I'm just going to get rid of the flashing. There's a little moulding titty there. Obviously they're not made to a particularly high standard, and I'm not whittling it down. I'm just taking off that really crap flashing that you can see on the edge there, because it just would not go in without that flashing, or with that flashing on there. So there's another moulding nipple on this side. So there you go. As you can see, I've only done that little back edge, just hopefully I'll keep that in frame because it's really hard to see. Okay, so there we go. There's one of the things. In fact, it's still got moulding flash on there. And here's the hub of the prop. Let's put that in there. And as you can see, it's still loose, right? So those people who said, oh no, you got it wrong, there it is, out of the box. It's still loose. It's not going to fit anytime soon. That is just appalling. So have to turn some up on the lathe. So here we are, I'm turning up a new set of spacers on my lathe, and this is just a little mini lathe. These are actually quite reasonably priced now, and I have been threatening for some time to show you how to use a lathe, how to choose and use a lathe on my XJet channel. But this is RC Model Review, so hopefully I'll get around to doing that fairly soon, because as you can see, a lathe has many, many uses if you're really into model aircraft, multi-rotors and so forth. And here is the resulting spacer on my prop. As you can see, it's a perfect fit in the hub there, unlike the ones that were provided. I turned that so that just a nice press fit there with a 5mm hole in the middle for the shaft on my multi-rotor, and let's see if it fits. Here we go, that's the Sunny Sky motor, and oh, look at that, it's snug. There's not going to be any movement on there at all. That's just perfect. That's just the way I'd like to have had it come out of the box, but it didn't. So now I'll change all the props on my Cinetank into something, excuse me while I've been down there, into my Cinetank. I shall put these APC clone props on my Cinetank, and I'll give it a fly. I'll tell you how these props actually work, because aside from the issues I've already raised, I mean, they don't actually look too bad, and some people have said they've had really good results with them. So there we go, look at that, beautiful, loving it. So there we go, that's the end to the spacer saga, the problem with the APC clone props that I purchased from Hobby King. And those spacers I've turned up myself do the job just brilliantly, perfect fit, no slop, no movement at all. So yeah, that's great. Now I'm going to take these props and see if I can really wring out this Cinetank and see what it does, because that's what I bought the props for in the first place. So if you have any questions on these props and what I did, and if you want to see, maybe I should do the lathe video really soon, because increasingly I find myself needing to turn to some of the tools that probably a lot of people don't have in order to complete some of the projects I'm working on. And these days there's a lot of really cheap tools out there, and some of them are worth their weight in gold. The lathe is a good example. The other thing is a TIG welder. I promised a video on that as well. These little things can really make it simple when you want to do some quite complicated tasks. So yeah, if you're interested, just say, I'll do my best to do a video on some of those tools. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Gotta go, back to the bench.